TikTok is, believe it or not a social media tool. It's a broadcast tool. It's not like, oh, I need to be on Instagram and Facebook. It's more like Netflix. It's a broadcast tool. It's the Digital Savage, Jon Savage. This is another episode of the podcast. Right, let's talk about TikTok. Everyone wants to know. They know what TikTok is. You know all the billion users. Should we as podcasters be on TikTok? Or will it just swallow me up? I've done a lot of work with TikTok, for TikTok, on TikTok projects, launching brands into TikTok, launching projects into TikTok. And so far, I mean, it's a mixed bag, but on the whole, very positive experience. Now, I'm not going to address any of the political or security issues that are currently being debated all around the world. That is not where my head's at. I'm just talking about using it as a tool. Here are 5 reasons I think that you as a podcaster should definitely be on TikTok. Number 1, TikTok is, believe it or not a social media tool. It's a broadcast tool. It's not like, oh, I need to be on Instagram and Facebook. It's not like that at all. It's more like Netflix. It's a broadcast tool. People don't check into TikTok to check what you're up to today or to see your social profile. They're looking for content. It's feeding its content. It might be bite-sized content, but all it is looking is for content preference. People don't just quickly check in at lunchtime to see on TikTok what's going on. They sit and scroll for hours and watch for hours. So instead of watching a long form piece of content, they're watching lots of short pieces of content. So for that reason, you shouldn't be posting trailers necessarily. You can onto TikTok. You should be finding the most interesting bite-sized pieces from your podcast, posting them on TikTok. The stronger the content, the stronger the piece, the more the algorithm will reward you and get you into that. So I'm working with a brand, a big banking brand. We're doing their corporate podcast. Their podcast is doing well on YouTube and Spotify. But what's really happened is that a few people have cut out bite-sized pieces out of this podcast, put it on TikTok, getting 2, 3, and sometimes 4 million views. It's all about the quality of the content. That's what you got to focus on for TikTok. Number 2, one of TikTok's quiet secrets, in my opinion, that I've had a lot of success with is not only is it short form content, they have a live streaming capability. Now, yes, you have to earn it. You have to get to 1,000 followers before you can open it up. But when you do TikTok live streams, because it's not a cluttered market, you can get tens of thousands of people watching your live broadcast. And what's nice about that is if you take your podcast, let's say it's 45 minutes long, put it on as a live broadcast on TikTok, you get those live viewers, they discover you, they become a metric for you, but they can't watch it there. They have to go to one of your actual broadcast platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, to actually watch it. So it doesn't detract from your numbers, which is a huge positive. Number 3 is discoverability. Now, this is a massive one. You're trying to grow a podcast audience, you need to be discovered. If you look at the other social media and broadcasting platforms like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, they don't have strong discovery. So in Instagram, you know how hard it is to start an Instagram profile from scratch. You know, you get 1 follower and therefore your video gets 1 view. You have to build it up like a little snowball. It's not really a place for discovery. It's more of a place to check in with people that you're fans in. Same with Facebook, and even YouTube is a giant search engine. So discovery is hard. TikTok is built for discovery. It is looking for content. When your little trailer or piece of your podcast pops up on someone's screen, it measures when they skip it, how long they watch it for, and all the other different metrics. If your content is strong, you can have a TikTok account with 2 followers and get 100,000 views. Now, I've opened like 12 different TikTok accounts so I can test things like that. And occasionally I'm getting 50,000, 60,000, 250,000 views on new accounts. And that's because it completely is a slave to the quality of the content. In other words, if you make great content, you can get discovered on TikTok. They'll discover your profile on TikTok and it will draw them into the larger funnel. TikTok is one of the biggest discovery engines for new podcasts. So really think about that. There isn't another platform that does what TikTok does. Number 4 is engagement. Now, yes, all the social media focus on engagement, but TikTok's engagement is particularly high. How people have interactions with TikTokers and TikTok content, that you can contribute money, that you can comment, and all of those sorts of things. It really is an engagement driver that the other social media platforms are trying to catch up with TikTok because how strong they are. And what happens with engagement is you're able to get analytics. Again, you're able to understand way more deeply about what your content is working, what it's not working. So yes, YouTube and Apple and Spotify have great analytics. You can analyze your podcast and see at what point is the knockoff rate and at what point do people like things. So you can spend time studying those. But because of the nature of TikTok, it's very fast, it's very furious. You can look in a glance, well, this piece of content got 6 views, this one got 600,000 views. Let me do more of that stuff. So in terms of actually getting consumers to engage and a future audience to actually engage with you, even if they're telling you I hate you, which is useful information, I don't like this content, very useful information, it happens fast and furiously on TikTok and a lot more slower and methodically on the other social media platforms. The fifth one is a simple one. It's just that TikTok shows off personality. Podcasts are about content, but they're also about personality. I'm not talking about like stardom personality, but you could be a quirky guy with a quirky voice or a funny lady with a funny voice. Doesn't matter what you have, right? But TikTok finds those quirks and actually rewards them. And so you can actually start experimenting with people being attracted to your personality through TikTok, which is way harder again to build a profile on another social media platform. But using TikTok to showcase your personality will again attract people to the podcast that you're creating. That's it from me. Very quick overview of TikTok for podcasters. If you go to my link in my Instagram bio, it's at Jon Savage. I do one-on-one sessions. You can book me for an hour or just mail me with questions if you want to talk to me. This is the Jon Savage podcast. Please subscribe, rate it, give me some feedback. Hiya! Oh, madness, my friend.